All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And today we're going to take another look at the new uniforms for RHINO and the Gold Goblin. So, quick little update for you guys. I went ahead and gave this guy 20 Odin's blessings after seeing how he performed at level 80 and initially at tier 4 without any Odins. And I gotta say, I'm liking what I'm seeing. By the way, for any of you guys who may have misremembered or just forgot altogether, Green Goblin is actually in not one, but two team up collections. So when you are comparing him to other characters, and I'm also saying this because I also came to that realization while I was testing him, right? You want to make sure that you remember that these team up collections, if you have them maxed out, offer quite a substantial power boost, especially this last level here, because some of you guys may be comparing him to Moon Knight and you don't have the Midnight Suns done, but you have the symbiote one done, and you're like, oh, they're, you know what I'm saying, they're not the same level. Well, this makes a big difference. That extra 5% pierce that you get, an extra 8% all attack from being level 18. Realistically, this symbiote team up collection is insane. Like, it's honestly the only one that I would say is like a must max, because you got Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Venom, Miles Morales, Carnage, freaking Silver Surfer, and Null. It's actually crazy, bro. Actually crazy how much value you have from just this one. I think this one is, I got to get this one maxed at some point, but yeah, it's just a pain in the ass because it's 5% success rate. So you could be spending hundreds of dollars and thousands of tokens and still not get lucky. But anyways, long story short, Green Goblin stocks are up, and I do think that overall for most people, he is gonna be a better investment than Moon Knight if you didn't initially buy and build Moon Knight. And I do think like buy Moon Knight's Marvel Rivals uniform and build him. And I do think for myself personally, I am gonna strip him at some point of the Odins and give it to somebody else, because I think I'm just primarily gonna be using Green Goblin. And I think that's what most of you guys should do, just because of the fact that one, Green Goblin has the utility of being both a hero and a villain, and you also get the leadership for both, right? You get the 40% attack, 40% ignore dodge, and then you get 45-45 that can apply to heroes and villains. So when you're done using him as a DPS, because you know, as time passes, characters get replaced in terms of their ability to do damage. The same thing happened to Moon Knight. Same thing will eventually happen to Green Goblin. But then you'll be able to fall back on the utility of having him as a support character, as a leadership character for ABX, or maybe for World Boss or GBR, because when we eventually get a new GBR, whatever that is, they're probably going to lock it so you can only use tier 4 characters, right? So yeah, if you are looking at Moon Knight, yeah, you probably go with Green Goblin instead. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's good? What's good? What's good, chat? See y'all falling in. When Jean Grey new uniform will be back on sale? Jean Grey's uniform next summer, unfortunately. Unless you get a seasonal uniform ticket, then you can use that on it. But yeah, you are not seeing that uniform until next year. I really gotta. I think I have one more Glory Odins that I gotta give her, and then she is fully maxed. Fully maxed. And it's crazy that my rank is 61 when I have so much invested in her. It really goes to show you how much people love Jean Grey. But I think a lot of it comes from the fact that people are just giving her 20 all attack glories with poison and fire and shit. Like if I were to go through the ranks, let me see the rank 1 guy. I'm pretty sure he has all the attack and elemental ones, because those give you the max stats. Yeah, so this is not like the optimal build to do damage for PvE or PvP, right? Because if you're doing PvP, you want the HP, but if you just want to be rank 1, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jean Grey's uniform is unavailable until next year, summertime. All right, but if you have a seasonal uniform ticket, so if you, let me show you, where is that ticket thing? I don't think I have a seasonal uniform ticket, but you know the pink ticket. I don't even know where it is, to be honest. This one. So the seasonal version of this, the gold one, will allow you to use it, right, and pick up any uniform, even except this one, even if it's not here. Okay. So sad times. You you came back at the wrong time. So they came back like a couple weeks ago. Is RHINO worth the tier 4? We're gonna find out. We're gonna tier 4 him right about now. I'm already using him. Right, I'm already using him. Doing a little test run here in TBA. I'm not the best TBA player, but I do try my best to be around the rank 100 area. You know what I'm saying? And I think he's gonna be a good pickup. So what we're gonna do? Where can you get the gold ticket? So usually they will sell it in the shop every so often in one of these packs. I don't think there's any here right now, but I would assume that actually, yeah, around Black Friday they'll bring it back for sure. Halloween they might bring it back as well. Yeah, I think October and November you should expect to see one of those seasonal tickets. We might see one for Halloween. Because Halloween will bring new seasonals, and then usually when there's a seasonal release, they want to give you the opportunity to buy seasonals that you've missed. So I'm talking about the next window, right? So I expect to see one for Halloween. I expect to see one for Black Friday. I expect to see one for the winter seasonals, and then from there April for April Fools, and then one for the anniversary, and then obviously one for summer again. So I think there's like 6 windows when you can pretty much guarantee that they're gonna drop the seasonal ticket. Speaking of, so yeah, there's two teams that really I can juice right now with RHINO. I guess technically 3, but I could technically put RHINO with Gore, right, to scale his HP even more. But I also want to give Kang a little bit of HP for the simple fact that the person that I took out of this team up was actually Victorious, and you guys know the whole purpose of Victorious is the HP, right? She was giving 40%. So replacing her with RHINO, then I get the HP and I get some chain hit damage reduction and stuff. Halloween is which month? October. Halloween is October. Black Friday is November. And then winter seasonal is December. Then we have April. The April Fools. Anyways. Do we want to try this guy in... By the way, I do think if you're using RHINO as a support, which is primarily what his role is going to be, this is the CTP that you probably should give him. But what we're going to do today is we're going to test him with a few different CTPs and see how he stacks up comparatively to some of the combat characters around his level. So I'm talking the Punisher, I'm talking Shang-Chi, I'm talking possibly Carnage, maybe even Apocalypse, like some of the mid-range PvP characters. And then I'm also gonna test him out against some speed characters to see how he does, because a lot of people are still like in denial that Spider-Man is actually a really good PvP character right now, and they think I'm just glazing him for whatever reason. But Spider-Man is really good, so I also want to see how Rhino does comparatively to Spider-Man. So we'll put him through the speed gauntlet. All right, we're gonna have him go up against some of the best speed characters, and we're gonna also have him go up against some of the best combat characters. Obviously, I don't think he's gonna be able to go up against the Blast guys, and obviously with the Universals, the only ones I think he might have a chance against is like Thanos, Doctor Doom. You know, I don't think he's gonna have a chance against Sentry and all those guys. So yeah, few things we have on the agenda today. All right. By the way, my Spider-Man build is pretty good, so this should be interesting. My Rhino, I'm not going to go super hard on. Right, we're not gonna give him like a max build. We're just gonna get him to tier 4. But before we do that, I want to see how he does in PvE content. All right, so we're gonna give him a rage, and we're gonna get him to level 80. Alright. Wild Rampage. Hold on, what is this? Oh, I have 3 of these? Save me some gold? Take it. Alrighty, cool. What do I have here? Oh, we're not going to use the Mega on Rhino, but I don't think Rhino has any ABX value. So we're just gonna skip that, and we're just gonna throw him into World Boss and see how that goes, okay? I want something difficult, so we'll start with Gore, and we'll do 70. We did use Scorpion here, so can Rhino do some work? I want the insight. Does he have? All these guys have such bad leaderships. I guess I could use Green Goblin, but we're just gonna use Rhino's leadership. I guess it's whatever. Is Luna new uniform worth it for PvE or Summer Lilac? Yes, definitely get the new uniform for Luna Snow. The Mirage uniform is absolutely amazing. Get that one. From what I've seen, since he doesn't have much in the way of cancelable skills, I doubt he'll do any kind of real damage. Okay, so I think we treat him similarly to how we treat the Punisher, where we let him rock out with the 4 and then go into the 5 after. Yeah, when he slams down, then we go into the 5. Okay. I think because of how his 5th is set up, he won't do very well against somebody like Jean. Yeah, not much in the way of PvE value from the looks of it, which... Now, I wasn't really hoping that he was going to be a PvE character, so I'm not upset by any means. But the game is primarily a PvE game, so I like to test every character in PvE, even if they're not good for it. I just wanted to get some damage off since I knew he was gonna jump away there. And sitting in the fort for too long probably wouldn't have been able to do as much damage there. Yeah, his movement speed doesn't seem that high. I look forward to seeing how much of a difference the tier 4 makes for him. Like the tier 4 rank, because it's primarily a PvP buff anyways. Wow. Damn. They probably needed to give him auto healing. Woof! My bad. Alright. Yeah, movement speed is not very high. Oh well. He's just getting knocked out off his third skill there. That's unfortunate. Yikes! Bro just moved away and completely dodged the awaken skill. Yikes. Okay, bro, the guy's already dead, and he was still just like targeting nothing. Okay, let me out, bro. Like, no. Oh yeah, it's the ignore dodge. We probably should have used Green Goblin's leadership. Yeah. Yeah, not having the ignore dodge is making this worse, and then him getting locked into his wow, we were so close. Okay. Let's just do what we should have did. Let's just do what we should have did. Let's go ahead and put Red Goblin in here, bro. He needs the ignore dodge. Even at 80, that's crazy. So much of his attacks are getting dodged. Alright. Bro. Alright. Hold on, what? Can tier 4 Red Goblin compete with Bullseye? No. No. RHINO! Charge! Can we tank that? Oh no. Because his fifth skill doesn't put him in an iframe. No way, man. Gorgeous dashed out of range and completely canceled it out. Alright, so now that we have some ignore dodge, these guys should die a lot faster. Alright, coolio. Yeah, they're dying a lot quicker now. Crazy how much of a difference ignore dodge makes against these roaches. Bro, he's taking so much damage from the minions, it's actually crazy. Again, I know. He's a PvP support character, you should not be using him for PvE, I know. I just want to see what he can do for my own curiosity's sake. Okay, I'm gonna tier for him. It's gonna happen. And then we're gonna use him permanently in PvP. Okay, I need to get right over here. See, that fifth skill actually does work when you can get the enemy to stay in range. Yeah. Too bad he didn't get iframe ignore, man. Too bad, so sad. Oh, come on, bro. Bro dashed away and completely canceled out the fifth. Yeah, I don't think he can beat June. Or like, I shouldn't say he can beat June. Obviously, anyone can beat like a low level against June, but I want to see like a high level clear. But like, I don't think he's doing anywhere in the 50s against Jean or Kang. But I do want to get a clear against these guys. At least one of them. To say I did it. I waited so long for this guy. Oh, for this guy to be useful for something. I'm gonna capture them. Oh, capture the moment. Oh, come on. He's trapped in his skills. Oh boy. It's okay. It's not okay. The roar should have a better radius than that. Come on. He's just screaming, bro. He's just trying to pull aggro. That took a whole 4 minutes. Sad times. Sad times, but we did it, guys. We were able, after what, 10 plus years of RHINO being in the game, we finally beat a world boss legend with him, bro. And not stage 1, because that doesn't count. Alright. I don't think anybody else, like, you could probably do Ultron, but like, I don't think there's anything super high. He's gonna be yeah, no. But at least we can say we beat some content with them, right? Alright, now let's lock in. Let's go ahead and tier 4 this guy, and then let's see how it goes. Send some luck my way, guys. I need it. I need it. I need it. Okay, cool. We're gonna start with the chest plate. We got 12k left, but we got 3 weeks to save because the devs decided that, yeah, they need a break. They're dropping all these banger tier 4s, bro. They're giving us time to tier 4 them all. 25 on that last row. Banger. 12, 22. Okay. Can I get like a single digit roll for the last roll of any gear? Like just a single digit. Like I'll even take 9, bro. All these are like not terrible rolls, but like, can I get a single digit, bro? Can I get a single digit roll? 21. Oh gosh. Oh god, it's going up. 31? Alright. They say asking you will receive, eh? We asked. And they said, kick rocks, bro. Kick rocks. They're like, why are you out here tier 4 in RHINO, bro? We don't need anything out of tier 4 RHINO for anything else, right? No. Okay. They said kick rocks. You trying to get a single digit roll? You lucky we don't give you a triple digit roll. Alright, yay, we tier 4 RHINO. What am I doing? At least we have more cruelty strikers that are tier 4. Anyways, let's just try him again in World Boss. Again, just to say we did it, and then after that we'll do some PvP stuff, okay? Cool. We just want to make sure that we say, hey, we at least tried him in World Boss and he was bad. We don't want to be one of those people who say, hey, I didn't try him, but I think he's bad. No, I want to say, I tried him, he's bad. Move on. You know? Let's go. The tier 4 buff gave him like an additional 2 bars worth of damage, it looked like. Like just the rank of being tier 4. No. Yeah, we're doing more damage, so obviously that's what we want to see. Ooh, we're trying to squeeze more damage in. Ooh, this guy, bro, chill. Oof. Oh, okay, chill. Chill. You might just get body here, bro, like. Woo, we gotta get out of there, bro. Oof. By the way, for any of you guys who are wondering, you do not need the tier 4 RHINO to get his support buff. Alright, because it's just a PvP buff and there is no game mode that requires that your supports are tier 4. Yet. Right? Whereas in PvE, there are game modes that require that the supports also be tier 4. Right? So, while I do think the uniform for RHINO is great to have for AC and TBA, you don't even need to build him really. However, I do think that having him with a build that can make him tank a couple hits to keep your main guy from triggering their revive or their undead artifact or whatever, whoever you're putting him with, right? Whether you're trying to protect your Kang or protect your, and I've said this before, right, with Agent Venom and stuff, where people ask if it's a good idea to tier 4 Agent Venom. Like, Agent Venom on his own, I think Agent Venom, actually, we're gonna try that, but I think Agent Venom is a better tier 4, like, as a playable character and a support than RHINO, right? But some people, they want tier 4 AV, but for me, I have AV tier 4 with a really good build, and I like him staying alive to possibly eat some hits for Null or Gore, you know? Because that's one less hit that my guy didn't have to eat. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and see if he can. I don't think RHINO can do this, to be honest. I think with how his bank account is set up, he's too poor for this. I'm just joking, but with how his fifth skill operates, I think he's just not gonna be able to do enough damage because Jean's gonna constantly be hitting him, and then she's gonna go in her enraged thing a lot and kill him. But I could be wrong. I want to be wrong. I welcome being wrong. Let's go ahead and put. But I'm gonna try it before I say it's not possible. And I don't want to give him a brilliant. You know what I'm saying? Even though a brilliant can't make a character that's absolutely worthless do something. But I just don't feel like doing a brilliant. Ooh, he's gonna struggle to evade when the time comes. Yeah, I like to throw out the 2 for a couple extra hits. Okay, I gotta. Oh wow, his co-op is worthless. Okay, nice. I thought, oh yeah, let me use the co-op there to try and get some damage. And they're like, huh? Who decided that? You're not getting no type of damage from that co-op. Oh yeah, he about to get hit again. Okay, can I at least outrun this, bro? Ooh, oof. Yeah. All right, bro. RHINO! No. This is a character with very little PvE value. Again, I didn't say none, but this is gonna happen quite a lot. She's gonna lose your mind and go in this animation thing and waste your time. So that is a no-go for me. Can RHINO do like a 20 in Legend Plus? Human. Type advantage. Type advantage. Hold on now. Hold on now. RHINO. RHINO! What if I give him like a competition, which is not not what you should do. These are the kind of insane shenanigans I do whenever I get a new character. A new toy. Should have given him a better leadership. I'm gonna try to rage. His damage spikes a little bit when he gets his tier 4 up. Oh, we might be able to do something. I think if he had like a competition on him, we could probably do this. Oh no, he can probably do it now. I'll stand corrected. He can do it. I see hope. I see some hope. I don't know why they didn't change his leadership to at least like 60% physical attack or something. Wow, she moved away. If he had auto healing like AV, I feel like he would legitimately be good for PvP even without the iframe ignore. I know I'm sometimes canceling the forward skill a little early, so don't come for me. I know I'm doing that. Oh no! Am I trapped? Trapped in the closet? Nah, we good, we good. What happened to my damage? My damage fell off a lot there. Alright. Rhino, lock in, bro. You got it. No. We got it, boys. Thumbs up. It's something. It's something. For the Rhino fans out there. Alexi! Charge! We gotta at least put him against Thanos, right? He can't do 40. I don't even think he can do 30. I think the best we can hope for is like we could probably do 14. Right? Usually I'll just go straight to 9, but we gonna try. Hold on, we gotta make sure we go in training mode. That way we can use everybody. Everybody in the club getting tips. Cause Rhino charging. He charging. Now you see it. Now you see I don't have my go-to striker. Sorry, support. But I think we can still do it. We'll just use the same team. Alrighty. Can we one-tap him? No. Of course we can't. What are you talking about? Bro, we did 3 bars? That's not good. Okay, now we're doing some damage. Now we're doing something. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Rhino! Big stepper. We're in them size 69. Giggity! Anyways. Step in his chest. Step in his chest, Rhino. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can. There we go. I'm gonna be crazy here and use the co-op again to try and stave. Okay, I thought we could get some more damage. Alright, he got it, bro. He got it. I think if I gave more brilliant, he probably could do like 30. Maybe. Maybe. He's a maybe, baby. Okay, we gotta be careful here. Don't wanna get bodied by Thanos. His HP pool is actually crazy though. 200k? 200k is nuts. I wonder what it's gonna be when I take him in the timeline. We about to find out today. Get that heal going. Shot! Okay, cool. Alright, so that's it for RHINO and PvE, man. It's nothing special. It's actually nothing special at all. I just wanted to do it to say we did it, so that when people ask me if he's good for PvE, I can tell them with a resounding no, he is absolutely not a PvE character, and you should primarily just be buying this uniform for the support passive that it offers, and anything that he can possibly do for you in PvP. Because he does have fracture and incapacitation in here, so if he can live long enough, he might actually do some damage. Now the stats you're seeing right now, 150,000 HP, that's actually my PvE deck. Because, fun fact for those of you guys who don't know, the deck that you have as deck 1 is the stats that's always going to be reflected for your characters on the details page, and there's no way to currently change which are displayed. So like if you look at my Jean Grey, it will say that she has 133,000 HP, but that's actually when she's in PvE content. And then if I switch over to deck 2 and then you take a look at my HP now, you'll actually notice that it's 156. Right? And yeah, same thing for RHINO. So I think I'll go to deck 2 and you see he has 181,000, which is actually kind of crazy. So yeah, we'll see what he can do in PvP. We're gonna put him through the gauntlet. Should I level up the artifact? What do you guys think? I had a 3-star with the right roll and pierce, but I figured 4-star minimum. 4-star minimum. Someone wants to see Red Goblin. We did a little bit of testing with Red Goblin yesterday. I don't think Red Goblin is going to be better than Bullseye. I don't even think Red Goblin is going to be better than Scorpion. Right? Because Scorpion gets me easily like 18 million. And Red Goblin, I think, only got like 16 million. Right? Alright, so is this the best team we can give to RHINO? With this team, he's going to be rocking, let's see, wow, 199,599 HP. That is huge. That shit is hanging. Dang-a-lang. Goddamn. Okay, so we need to give him... we need to give him a little bit of crit damage. Hold on, I gotta take this off. So what we're gonna do, I think I'll give him a mighty conquest for this testing, because I'm gonna be testing him against my own characters. Whose conquest do I want to take away for now? Somebody I'm not gonna be using today. A mighty conquest that's just chilling. I'll put it back later because I know I'm gonna keep RHINO as a support build. Do I have like a spare conquest? I could just reforge and make one right now. Sentinel. I'll borrow this one from Sentinel. I'll give him back later. Okay, cool. Now, the reason why we're not going to be giving him a brilliant is because none of the characters I'm going to be using in this video are going to have a brilliant. And I'm going to be testing him against my own characters because the odds of finding the characters with good builds that I'm trying to fight to see where he sits in the meta right now is impossible. Like, no one's going to be using Shang-Chi, the Punisher, Spider-Man, and all of those guys in timeline battle, right? So what I want to do is see how RHINO does comparatively to some of the other characters in the exact same category as him, right? I should eventually tier 4 Juggernaut because I think it would be nice to see how, how Juggernaut does comparatively in this category as well. We are not going to be testing RHINO against Wolverine. It's just not worth even bothering. Like, he's just gonna die. So we're gonna give RHINO the tankiest team that we can think of, which I think is the Wasp, because the Wasp, what I should do actually is take this off of her and give her a liberation in this case. It's gonna have to be put back later, but we have a liberation on the Wasp with a debuff removal from her tier 2 passive, plus we have the uniform giving 20% more HP. Then we got Colossus with the insight and the 4-star passive. I'm pretty sure that's the best team we can give him. Alright? And we're going to test him first and foremost against people like Shang-Chi, people like Mr. Fantastic, people like maybe even AV, people like Carnage, Captain America, Punisher, and then see, you know, how he fares against those guys, because I think those are the same level of characters, like tier 1 characters, tier 1 native characters that can get to tier 4 that are PvP leaning. And then we'll also throw in Apocalypse, because, you know, we love to dunk on Apocalypse because they did a terrible job rebalancing him. And we're obviously going to throw in Carnage. So we're going to set up the defense team as RHINO with these guys, and then just try to punch into RHINO and see how often, on average, the RHINO comes out on top. Cool? Is there a better team that you guys think I should give to him? You guys are here in the chat. You guys get to decide. I think this is the best team, because he doesn't have debuff removal in his kit. Going once. Going twice. All right, we gone. We gone. She gone. She gone. All right, so I'm gonna have to give up my my 30 win streak in timeline is gonna have to go down the shitter, but it is what it is. We don't really care about like timeline like that. So we're gonna throw this fight. Right quick. I wish there was a better way to do this, but unfortunately there is not. So we're gonna throw RHINO in here. Imagine RHINO takes down Jean Grey. Let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the unstoppable RHINO. Alright, man. Let's just RHINO, healer. Bro, he's just standing there, and this is what happens when you don't have iframe ignore. Bro just stood there, and Jean just violated him, bro. Jean just violated him. Alright, cool. It'd be like that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let us go have a contest. Now, do we give, for fairness sakes, should we use all of the characters with the exact same team? even though some of them may have debuff removal in their kit and can benefit from having somebody else besides the Wasp. What do you guys think? Going once. Going twice. Three time. We gone. Alright. Cool. In the spirit of fairness, we are pretty much just going to use the exact same team and see how RHINO does comparatively against all of these guys. Okay? So we're going to punch in with Shang-Chi. Let me just show you guys the build. Shang-Chi, very, very similar build. I think, yeah, 5-star artifact there. Mighty Conquest versus RHINO with a Mighty Conquest. Alright. And let's go ahead and just change the combat. So we're just going to run through the combat gauntlet for this one. And yeah, let's see. I will not assist the RHINO. Alexki, are you better than Shang-Chi? Okay, we don't want this going on endlessly. So oh. I kind of thought that Shang-Chi with the reflect would just instantly kill him. So that is quite interesting. Hold on. Especially he doesn't have any iframe ignore. He's hanging in there. He's hanging in there, boys. He finally got knocked off. Okay. He finally got knocked off. Let's do 2 more fights. We're going to do best of 3. I don't want to waste time here, so we're just going to put out Shang-Chi to get rid of the Wasp. Him having 600,000 HP is crazy to see. Hold on a second. Hold up. We made a mistake. We made a mistake. We made a mistake. We're gonna have to redo this. We're gonna have to restart this. I see the error of my ways. This is an unfair comparison. Yep, I see it now. I see it now. I see it now. I have to change RHINO's striker. Now, I don't think the striker will change unless I actually go fight another fight. Silly, silly me. Silly. I am a silly, silly man. But I am just a man. I'm just a man. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to go fight another fight to reset it. Let me see. Because both of them need to have Wolverine striker. I need to see him pop his tier 4. Yep, it didn't change. Okay. Figured that would be the case. Figures that would be the case. So let me go ahead and just kill him and help my Shang-Chi, and we'll go ahead and we'll reset that. Okay. We will reset this and restart the test. Okay, where is RHINO? You're gonna have to drop another fight down the toilet, but it is what it is. Make it quick. Oh, imagine we got a fight against a Spider-Man. That would have been nice. Crispy bacon. Anyways. Woo, bro, he had almost 1,000,000 HP, and Sentry just said, bye, boy, bye. Alright. Now, let us see. Shang-Chi in action. Alright, so best of 3. Now, Rhino does have physical damage. Reflect. So, Shang-Chi might not be able to reflect damage back at him and kill him that way. But I am curious to see how this turns out. My 2 newest combat tier 4s going head to head. Okay, okay. Wow. Wow. So, Rhino actually got a W, guys. Rhino actually got a W there. Do you see the power of having the proper striker? Because he lost every fight when he had Miles. And as soon as we swapped in Wolverine, he was able to get a kill. Let's see if that remains true for the remainder. We'll go ahead and then after 5 seconds we'll put out Shang-Chi. Why is Shang-Chi not pop? Okay, I was gonna say, why is he not popping his tier 4? But even when he popped it, he still couldn't kill Rhino. Rhino is hella tanky, apparently. Oh, hold on, Rhino going low. Woo! Hold up, Rhino. Yo, the back and forth here is crazy. The back and forth here is crazy stuff. Okay, he got Rhino. Well done, Shang-Chi. But the fact that he couldn't he couldn't take him out earlier for a character that does not have iframe ignore. I'm impressed that he lasted that long against Shang-Chi. Because Shang-Chi is actually a pretty good character for like AC and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna just tag that because I don't want to be wasting my time watching the Wasp play with herself. Giggity! You know, Shang-Chi kind of has a cheat code because he charges his tier 4 so quickly. He can kind of spam Wolverine. Alright. So 2 for Shang-Chi. 1 for the Rhino. Now, Elsa Bloodstone is not good. Okay, so next up. I kind of want to see Juggernaut, even though Juggernaut... We're going to use Mr. Fantastic in this. Mr. Fantastic, 20 Odins. Mighty Conquest, 4-star artifact. Alright, that's the build. I know I could be using Mr. Fantastic's leadership, but I want to keep the teams the same. And how they're structured. I could use his leadership, but I won't. Mr. Fantastic is a pretty good PvP character for like Otherworld battle and stuff, so I am intrigued to see how he's gonna do in a one-on-one without being propped up by his son with the artifact for the immortality. Oh yeah, he's whittling down a RHINO because RHINO can attack. Yeah. The big problem with RHINO is because he needs to attack to heal, not being able to attack, he can't heal. Well, he does have a heal on his 4-star artifact, but once that pops the first time, yeah. Let's just get that out of there. Maybe that one win against Shang-Chi was a fluke. Bro, not the Wasp almost killing Mr. Fantastic. Like, what did I just see? Alright. Mr. Fantastic. The most bounce-tastic one. Golly. Whew. Yeah, he's literally just standing around waiting for an opportunity to get a heal off. And then they just jump back into an iframe. And that's about it. Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna see anything different as we progress. No iframe ignore. Cue the Shane McMahon theme song. No chance! Look like no chance. Actually, no, that's Vince McMahon, right? That's no chance, right? Shane is here comes the money. Yeah, here comes the money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I heard those songs, but correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm pretty sure. Bro, if RHINO kills Apocalypse, no. Maybe he needs a different CDP? Maybe we give him like a egg or a brilliant egg or something? We're gonna deviate from this a little bit because from what I'm seeing it doesn't look like he has a chance. Yeah. Cap has a brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, he's just a support. I don't think he has a chance, boys. I think Cap is just gonna like 2-tap him. Yeah, he's cooked. Yeah, we know iframe ignore. No chance. No chance, boys. No chance. I don't think he has a chance. So let's just move to the speed category. I think he's just gonna be all of the PvP tier 4s are just gonna cook him. I guess we'll throw the Punisher in. Alright. We might even just throw in Juggernaut. If Juggernaut can just body him too, why not? Frank. Frank. That's a big ass shotgun, my boy. Yeah, he's cooked. Yup. No thank you. No thank you. Yeah. If he can't kill the people who don't have immortality or revive, which we did try him against Apocalypse, but he could even force the revive, there's no chance that he can kill Carnage. But let's see if he loses to a level 80 Juggernaut. This would be kind of sad. This would be the definition of going out sad. Bro, the Juggernaut struggling against the Wasp is... This is so sad to see, bro. Like what is this, bro? He's gonna have to use his Awakened skill to kill her, bro. Man, it's the Juggernaut, bitch! Like what? Oh, man. Having to use the freaking Awakened skill to kill the Wasp is diabolical, bro. He got Juggernaut, but it looked like Juggernaut would have had him too. Bro. Not the Wasp almost killing Rhino too. Well guys, let's move on to the speed category. I have a need for speed. Now, this is not going to be in any way, shape, or form fair. And I'm not even going to try to make it fair, for the simple fact that I would have to work on Rhino's elite gear, which I think is a fool's errand. You know? Bro. Okay. I think Spider-Man just like two-tapped in there. Like, I genuinely think he's AV but worse, like Rhino, that is. Like a worse version of AV, because AV has auto healing and iframe ignore. Right. And then the thing about Rhino is he doesn't have penetration when they have invincibility. So like right there, Spider-Man came out, instantly triggered his artifact, and then boom. Yeah, so I don't think he can kill Deadpool either. Like, Spider-Man is the leader in the speed category right now. Like, I personally think Spider-Man is better than Deadpool, which is blasphemous to say, because as you can see right there, I got that Deadpool pillow. That's my goat. But that's the truth. Spider-Man's one of my favorites too. I would be shocked if he triggered Deadpool's undead or immortality. But you can kind of see why Deadpool needs a better uniform, because Deadpool's actually struggling. Then again, I do have more invested in Spider-Man. Well, I'll be damned. Not. There is no way he's triggering it. Triggering it. He's triggering me. What the hell? Bro, he did too! No way! No way! What? Fam, is Deadpool really this bad? He really is this bad. I'm done, bro! I'm dead, I'm asleep. Rhino killed Deadpool? Hey yo. Hey yo. Hey yo. By the way, this is the build on Deadpool. 20 Odins, no elite gear because he's not deserving. And even though that's my goat, I can say that. Right, we got a 6-star artifact. We got a mighty conquest. Mythic uniform, obviously. But he freaking lost to Rhino. The fall off is real, bro. Oh my god, the fall off is real. Like, even though he only lost once, Spider-Man didn't lose a single time. Cap didn't lose. None of the other guys. Well, okay, we're never going to compare Deadpool to the combat characters because, you know, type advantage or type disadvantage. It's a thing, right? It's a part of how the game works. But Spider-Man, okay, good. He bounced back. He bounced back. He don't like all that shit that we were just talking. Let's just do one more just for good measure. But damn, Deadpool, damn. You lost to Rhino. That is the epitome of mid, dog. Rhino is literally like getting him to the point where it's almost triggering his immortality. And again, this is a Rhino without penetration when you have invincibility. And this is a Rhino without iframe ignore. If they had given him those two things, I genuinely think he would have been pretty decent. Even if they kept his damage exactly the same. Like, he's doing a really good job staying alive. Yeah, he's definitely making Deadpool work, bro. Oh my god. Alright, we're gonna try Quicksilver after this and see. Because Quicksilver is yet another one that I would say that the top 3 speed PvP tier 4s are Quicksilver, Spider-Man, Deadpool, right? Right? Bro, Deadpool is struggling, bro. What is going on? This is like old school MFF right here, bro. I think the longer this goes on, the more in favor of Rhino it becomes. I think. But I could be wrong. Bro, neither one of them can kill each other. This is not a good look for Deadpool. This is not a good look for him. Bro, I need somebody to die. One of you guys die, bro. I don't even care who at this point. The crazy part, if somebody had asked me before seeing this if the current version of Deadpool would lose to Rhino, I would say no. Like, I would literally say no. But it looks like if they're built any way, shape, or form similarly, Rhino will win. And keep in mind, my Rhino doesn't have any oldest blessings or anything on him. And Deadpool does. And Deadpool is struggling like crazy. What the hell is going on, bro? Okay, finally this guy might get the kill, bro. Oh my god, he bounced back again! Okay. Oh my god. Deadpool, what are you doing, dog? Jason versus Freddy Krueger, and neither one will die. What the fuck is going on, bro? We're literally gonna go all the way to the very end? My god, bro. The unstoppable versus the immovable. And Deadpool dies again. Okay. Okay. Top tier stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Crazy work. Crazy work. So, that means in AC, if somebody has like a Deadpool team, your Rhino can counter that. You know what I'm saying? Or at least that's what it looks like. So maybe he's not completely worthless. You know, that's why we do these kind of testing things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that the only one left here to test is probably Black Widow, like the symbiote team. But I think AV would take over that showcase. Okay. Quicksilver. Quicksilver. Shred him. Shred him. Quicksilver has way higher burst damage than Deadpool, as you can clearly see. So out of the blast category, it looks like Deadpool is the worst, bro. Sorry, not the blast. Sorry, out of the top 3 speedsters, Deadpool has the worst DPS from the looks of it. Better survivability than Quicksilver. Probably Spider-Man too, just because of the immortality. But if you're just living just to ultimately die and not kill the enemy. Yo! Rhino dunking on Quicksilver again, bro. Like, guys, they could have made Rhino an actual demon if they given him iframe ignore. Bro, they could have made him an actual demon. But at least he can kill some speed, guys. If he gets another W, hold on. Oh my god. Yo. Quicksilver, shred this man, bro. Okay, we gonna wrap it up here, bro. We gonna wrap it up here. I see it enough. I see it enough, bro. 30 minutes of Rhino action for you guys. He's not that great, but it does look like he's not completely worthless, okay? If he had iframe ignore, bro, he would actually legitimately be a decent combat PvP character comparatively to the others. But it looks like there's at least 2 characters that he can do some damage against, and these are 2 characters that people use often in timeline. No, sorry, not timeline. In Alliance Conquest. Not in timeline, sorry. I don't know why timeline was on the brain. And it's not even like these guys I have bad builds on. As you can see, my Quicksilver is in the top 100, right? And I have 20 Odins on him, a Mighty Conquest. Some would say the Greed is better, but he would have probably just gotten clapped even faster. And then Deadpool, Mighty Conquest, same thing with 20 Odins. And again, this is a Rhino with nothing on him because in truth, he is just a support for his uniform bonus. And as such, that's how I will be keeping him. Right? I'll be keeping him with a CTP of Liberation specifically. I'll go ahead and put one of these. Which one? Doesn't matter which one has 17. I gotta roll some. It's so hard to roll max for these CTPs. But yeah, I'll be keeping him with one of these just to juice up my villains. And I think that's what you guys should do too. You know? I think you might even see this guy in Otherworld Battle. It would have been a for sure thing if they had given him debuff removal in here as well. Like, oh, you would have definitely seen him in Otherworld Battle. But for sure, you're gonna see him in TBA, and I already have him on a team to try out this week in AC. In case you guys want to see some of my AC teams, I put him with Silver Surfer here. I'm gonna see how it goes, and then I might play around with like using him with like what you call it, Gore or Null on a different team. But yeah, y'all let me know what your findings are with RHINO. A lot of people using an egg on him. I'd rather just run him with the Liberation to turn that 35% HP into as close to 50% as I can get, right? Because with this Liberation, I'm going to get 12% here, and it can go up to 15. Plus, I get some more chain hit damage reduction to just, you know, squeeze as much juice as I can out of the support. I feel like him staying alive is good. Again, if he can soak up some hits. But costing myself anywhere from 10 to 25%, because if you give him a Brilliant, you can get 25% HP. To keep him alive, I don't know if at that point it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? That's why, for example, AV. I would never give AV a Conquest or anything like that, even though he's actually a good PvP character. He's, in my opinion, without even comparing the two, like, I think he's for sure going to be better than RHINO just because he gets the auto healing and then he has iframe ignore as well, right? With penetration and everything. Is there any CTPs I want to move around? I got 4 minutes to decide. 4 minutes to decide. I think I'm good for now. I'm gonna see something later and be like, I should have moved that around. I guess I could technically move this one, put it to the Wasp, and give Jubilee the 17. I think I'll do that. Yeah. Just because I use the Wasp with Logan a lot, and usually Logan's on his own. So I want to give Logan as much help as possible. Whereas usually I use Jubilee with Maddie, and sometimes I'm doing double support, but other times I'm using Maddie and like Emma and stuff. I don't have tier 4 bullseye, so I can't speak to how much bullseye would score on my account. But I don't think Red Goblin is gonna score more. I can do another run for you guys here. Hold on, let me see something here. But I did do a run yesterday. Cool. Where is the red goblin? The red gobbler. I do not think Red Goblin can beat Bullseye either. But people keep asking, so I don't have a problem doing it to show you guys. Support. Let's go to villain. Come on. Okay. Alright. Actually, I think I'll throw out the 2 and 1 just to. Alright. Okay, we're gonna try and charge the tier 4 as often and quickly as possible. Let's run that back. I think with this uniform I want to play differently. For some reason the 1 didn't go off there. Ah! Don't you love when you get to 99%? Where's my rage? There it is. Hold on a second. Let me see something. Okay. My bad. It's been a while since I played with the Red Goblin. So you're gonna have to excuse me for being rusty. Trying to see if we can hit 9 million before. Oh, come on. Bro, why would he go target? Why would he do that? It's so dumb. Oh yeah, I messed it up. So you have to make sure that you hit the 2 and 1 every single time they come off rotation to make sure that you keep the tier 3 and tier 4 synced up properly. With this uniform specifically, anyways. Can we hit 9 before? No. Ah, that's unfortunate. Bro, where's my rage? There it is. Because of how long the tier 3 is, sometimes the rage proc goes out of sync, so it's probably better to use a judgment. I'm gonna try and see if I can set things up differently here. I think the most I can see him getting here is about 17, but I don't think we're gonna reach that. Yeah, I know. 65 maybe? Tragic! 16 is even pushing it. Yeah. Yikes. No. No, 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 no. Can he? Let's see. Oh, we gotta change to miles. Forgot. It would be crazy though if they had made it so that Red Goblin was better than Bullseye, making it so that Goblin could replace Moon Knight, and that would be too much. That'd be too much. That would be too much. But one can dream, a man can dream, right? A man can dream. I'm a dreamer. A believer. The Goblin is forever a schemer. Oh yeah, I forgot. Bro does not have. We'll go to the first. We'll go to the first cancer because he doesn't have. It's actually not bad damage. It's too bad he doesn't have any way to cancel. By the way, guys, don't forget that a lot of what you see from Green Goblin, his damage will come down to how much you have invested in your team up collection. Okay? Please keep that in mind. Okay? Because if you don't have your team up collection leveled up, then you're missing 40% attack and 10% pierce. A lot of whales, really big whales, they will have this team up collection because it's the most valuable one, completely maxed out, and that gives you an additional 10% pierce on your goblin. Okay? So my goblin has 5% extra pierce. Some of you guys may have 2% extra pierce on them. Some of y'all, though, might have an extra 10% pierce on them. So please keep that in mind. That will affect how much value you can squeeze out of them. Okay? Sometimes it's easy to forget that characters are in team up collections because it's kind of like tucked away and it's a passive buff like cards that no one really talks about. Alright, but yeah, that's the thing. Let's go ahead and just switching over here. Oop, my bad. Okay. Interesting. Think we could do 16 million, maybe 17, but I'm not 100% sure. Part of why Goblin is so good is because he sits in the iframe and just pound. Yo, he takes this guy to Pound Town, bro. Let me go ahead and get that. Wish we had a V-pad. This guy can't move now. He might move now, but really good tracking on the forward skill. So even if he moves, We on them. Ooh. Oh, wow. I don't know why my goblin was going all over the place there. Now, for any of you guys who are planning to use Green Goblin, you can pretty much use him with a Rage, a Judgment, or a Liberation. Sorry, Liberation? Hold on. Fuck. Sorry, my brain is scrambled. Or a Competition. He might seem proc friendly, but as the fight goes on, you're gonna notice that he's actually not proc friendly if you're trying to maximize your score. Because you need to throw out the 2 and 1 so often that it's just gonna fuck you up trying to keep the proc. Okay? Now if you are on a budget and you don't have any other choice, then you're gonna have to slow down your run and actually time the procs. But if you're trying to maximize your damage output, the proc's gonna drift. The proc's gonna drift. Because we gotta throw out the 2 and the 1. Like every time they come up, we're throwing them up. That one was not a good round. Definitely could have gotten more damage there. Doesn't help that. Where's my light? My light didn't spawn yet? Crazy. I wanted him to go the other way. $270? Or sorry, 2.7? No, sad times. See, sometimes you use the one and he as in Green Goblin, will fly through Surther. But then there's other times that you do and he just stays behind Surther. It's very strange. I see my light some. Yeah. Ah! It's so tempting to keep attacking. Yeah, his rotation is so simple and he's so strong that sometimes the urge to just keep going is so strong. And having to stop to go collect the light, it interrupts the flow of the fight. It's sad. Yeah, I know we got lucky. It was close to us. Whatever. Should have tossed out the 2 and the 1 there, especially the 2. Okay. See that's I gotta go get the light there. That's not cool, bro. Why? You see, this is what I don't understand. Sometimes the freaking one will put you super duper far away, And then other times, just drop you right back where you started. Bro, somebody help me understand, bro. Somebody help me understand. I think my light is deep. Okay, good. It didn't spawn that far. Not bad, right? I feel like I could get more though. Is it just 14.36? Let me see. Alright. Let's flip this guy. Gonna try and stay on the Frost Beast. And don't let Goblin drift because he likes to go off and kill the random guys that stray from time to time. Yo, what? Bro, look how far out this guy put us. Like, what was that? Bro, we started in the middle and ended up all the way over there, bro. Like, what was that? Alright, Goblin. I think I want to hold the tier 4 for a few seconds occasionally. I don't like where we are on the map right now. Like, it's not good. But he can't get any worse, right? Bro, he stayed at the bottom. That's crazy. Bro, what? Yo, what? Why does he keep doing that? He keeps going to the bottom of the map in the freaking, like, tier 3. Like, cut the shit, my dude. Like, he's so strong and so good. But, like, the tier 3 just keeps moving him. And I find that it only happens in AVX. Like, he keeps moving him to the worst possible locations. Like, stop that, bro. Like he'll just forget about the Frost Beast and just be like, ah, this corner here, I like it. Like, excuse me, sir? I don't like it. Where I hit the one there. $18 million. I think that's as much as I'm gonna get, unless I max out his team up collection. But I don't like that he moves so much. I don't like that at all. I don't like it. That's that shit I don't like. Someone asked me how much Scorpion got. And let me see the villain day. That villain day hasn't rolled around for me to use Scorpion yet. So we can try it. What is on you right now, partner? You know what I would like as a feature? You see how we have like frequently used? It would be cool if when I go to select my striker, now Marble, if you're watching, if you could just have the strikers that I frequently use at the top, glowing, to make it easier for me. Quality of life. Chat, how do y'all feel about that? A quality of life feature that highlights either most often used, which compiles everybody's data in the game, which would be much harder to do, or you know, like a little thing where the characters that you most often set as your striker are just at the top here, and they have like a little glowing gold bar around them, or box or whatever. You know, frequently used. No? Am I tripping? Wouldn't that be cool? So you don't have to scroll up and down or like go by typing to find Miles and Loki. I feel like that's a W feature. You know? Just food for thought. I can't be the only one that sometimes when a character changes uniform or like you're just having like an off day, you're like scrolling past the same character over and over looking for them and you can't find them. You know what I'm saying? I can't be the only one. I know that y'all might be lying, but I'm not alone. This happens to you guys too. Oh shit. Alright, come on. Honestly, Scorpion's leadership should have been 60% poison damage. His name is Scorpion, for God's sake. Oh, why am I in ABX? Stupid! Stupid. It's supposed to be ABL. I made mistakes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Forgive me, damn it. I'm sorry. Ah. No. Good. I think my Miles scores more, but it's with a brilliant competition. Bro, what? my my analog stick got stuck for whatever reason, and that was the end of that. That is crazy. Anyways, let's see how this goes. Sometimes the range on the fifth skill is a slight issue. Do we wait? I think we wait. I think the first hit, yeah, has the fracture. Wait, really? Maybe it was not worth waiting. Wow, I walked through it and didn't collect it? Crazy word. Stay there. It's actually really cool that he teleports to wherever the boss goes, because that was a really big jump that he made there. That is crazy. I was fully expecting to get tossed out of my skill and then whine about it, but he just like teleported right to where the boss went. Big W's. Wow. Not him teleporting back in to collect the light too. He's like, oh, you're praising me? Praise me more. That's pretty good. By the way, this is a mighty rage, and looks like he's gonna hit above 14, which is not bad. Again, I'm not trying to sound like a scorpion glazer, but I want y'all to think about where he was, right? A few short weeks ago, and where he's coming from. In case you guys didn't see it, I used that guy to beat stage 40 Thanos. You know what I'm saying? With a mighty rage. And he gets 18 million in ABX and now 14 million in ABL. And yeah, we don't even have 20 Odins on him. You know what I'm saying? We literally only have 4 all attack poison on him. So definitely could scale him and give him more damage. So he's not terrible at all. Now, where does that compare to Bullseye? That's what you guys are going to ask me. I don't have the answer on my account because I don't have Bullseye at tier 4. And I don't think I will tier 4 him because I'm okay with what Scorpion gets right now. You know, 18, 14, it's not bad. So I think I'd rather just tier 4 somebody else. But y'all let me know what you think. And no, Red Goblin is not going to score more than Scorpion, for those of you guys asking. For one, Red Goblin doesn't have some of the cancel effects that you would need for ABL. So in order to cancel, he would have to not use Miles Morales as a striker for ABL, which would obviously bring down your scores. So I don't think you're getting 14 million. You might get 12, but I don't think you're getting 14. Okay. You have a 6-star Scorpion artifact. Equipped it. That's my mantra, is if I get a 6-star for pretty much any character, unless I already have a 5-star equipped, I put it on, bro. If I get a duplicate, then I'll use that as fodder to reroll. Any character can become meta overnight. You know? He can work with a Mighty Rage, yeah. Even though he doesn't have guaranteed... Yeah, he doesn't have guaranteed crit anywhere, he still works perfectly fine with the Rage, as you guys saw. He's pretty consistent. I think it's just that he has a lot of hits. So the proc triggers pretty consistently. Not even like a crazy amount. 130 hits. I find that the procs are consistent anyways. Yeah. Alright, ladies and gents. I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for today. You know what I'm saying? I promised you guys that I would be back for RHINO, and we were back for RHINO and a little extra. Thank you guys so much for coming through. Appreciate you guys so much. And you might see me again tomorrow. But if not, I'll probably drop a couple videos. You know what I'm saying? Sadly, I know I'm stuttering because I don't want to say the blasphemous words, but we're gonna have to wait 3. Goddamn, I bumped my mic. Sorry, 3 whole weeks for the next patch, next update, September. Goddamn. I might have to find something else to play in the meantime. Then Marvel doesn't want my playtime, bro. So I might actually pick up that that Marvel fighting game that I was talking about a while on stream. Either that or maybe I'll play Guardians of the Galaxy or something. I don't know. But I know September is going to be Marvel's Wolverine. So if you guys want to see that, we locking in. We locking in. Okay? Catch you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Be safe. And I will see you next time. Love you.